Okay, 8th grade lesson self-check. We want to explain why the water balloon will not hit her in the face. So why doesn't the water balloon hit her in the face? So we have to give our claim now that we know about kinetic and potential energy. The water balloon starts close to her face and has a lot of potential energy. When she lets go, the energy is combined or is transferred to kinetic energy. The kinetic energy will continue to transfer to the world and air around it. So the balloon will never come back up as high as her face. It will keep swinging and transferring energy around it until all of the energy is gone. In the actual balloon, and then the balloon will stop moving. Okay, summarize that evidence. Potential energy is found in all objects. This object is like a rock on a cliff. When it is held close to her face, this shows it is potential energy. The kinetic energy is seen by the work that happens when she lets go of the water balloon. This is like a roller coaster going downhill and then straight. The speed was fast, but energy started to transfer to the area and things and the area and places around it. Without support, the kinetic energy will transfer out of the water balloon, so it can never get high enough to reach her face. All right, so we talked all about the kinetic energy. We're giving additional information. Summarize our evidence of what we learned. So what's really important here is that we learned that kinetic energy is moving energy, and the potential energy is what's happening when something is kind of suspended in place and not moving. All right, checkpoint. So we're going to answer questions to make sure we understood the lesson. Talking about a skateboarder, he's at the highest point in his jump right here. What are the relative amounts of kinetic and potential energy? Is he moving? So he's all kinetic energy. Is he half and half? Is he no kinetic energy, all potential? Or does he have no energy at all? So we know that he has some energy. And it's not necessarily all kinetic because he's stopped. Looks like potential energy because he's at the highest point and not moving in that moment. And again, that's only for the highest point because he's not moving. So it's all potential energy. Which statements about the kinetic energy and potential energy of that skater are true? As the skater rolls up the side of the half pipe, he's gaining kinetic energy. That's true because he's rolling through the half pipe. He has no gravitational potential energy at the bottom. So that means, like, if he's moving at the bottom, does he have potential energy? That's true too. Gravitational potential energy transforms into kinetic energy when he rolls down the side. That's even more true than the first statement. The skater transfers gravitational potential energy to the skateboard. Well, we haven't talked about that, so probably looking at the right, because when he's rolling up the side, he's losing kinetic energy, not gaining. So B and C would be the correct answers. Okay, how does your body use energy? So talking about eating breakfast, cereal and orange juice, which have stored chemical energy. We know that because when you eat cereal, orange juice, it can't be thermal energy because it means thermal energy would mean it's making your body feel warm, which eating cereal orange juice doesn't necessarily do. So it's a chemical energy, which is chemical energy. And it's kinetic. It's actually moving in your body. The girl's body breaks down the components to access energy. Some of it will be transformed into kinetic. So the way that they phrased it means that they want us to change this to potential energy. They take chemical energy, they store it. Storing was the word clue for us to know that it was potential. That kinetic energy will allow her to study and play sports. Some of the energy is also transformed into thermal energy that keeps her body warm. All right, we know that's thermal because they say it keeps her body warm. Two cars are driving down the road. Car A has a mass of 1,100, moving at 20. Car B is not as heavy, but moving faster. Okay, so car A, because it has more mass and almost the same speed. Car B, because it has more speed. So which one has more mass? Car A because it has a lower speed, or car B because it has less mass? So it's one of the graders. We have to decide, is it more important to have more mass or be moving faster? So how I thought about it was, if you have more mass, that will make you go slower. So it's actually more important to have a greater speed. All right, so we're going to look at our interactive review for the main concepts of the lesson, talking about the meteorite again, and energy, potential and kinetic. A box sitting on a shelf, potential energy, right? A bird actually flying through the air, kinetic. A ball that rolls across the floor. They talked about how the ball can have both, right? A pen falling off of a table. Actually, I want that one to be both. Because I feel like a ball rolling across the floor, they're saying it's in the middle of rolling, so they're saying it's kinetic. Let's see. So close. A bird flying through the air, it must mean that they have both. Yes. So the bird flying through the air, they're saying that when the bird maybe is like flapping the wings, that's when it has that kinetic energy. But if it's just gliding, it has potential energy. Tricky. All right, relating energy and work. Work is the transfer that you can see. What describes work being done? Golf ball flying off of tee when it's hit with a golf club. Softball player catching a softball in a glove. Ice skater gliding across the ice and then jumping. A soccer player kicking a ball towards a goal. So which are the two that really show work is being done? So if they catch the softball, they didn't give they didn't throw the softball, right? They weren't throwing it. Throwing it would be work being done. Catching it, not so much. Gliding across the ice, not as much as a T that like the golf ball was hit and the soccer player kicked the soccer ball. So there was an action happening, not just gliding, but actually causing an action. Okay, back to our cheetah. It's all about kinetic energy. It depends on the objects. So we talked about mass and speed. We did not talk about height at all. And speed and weight is not as accurate as mass because mass is covering more than just weight. So the most accurate answer would be mass and speed. Small changes in the mass or speed will have a large effect. Typically, its speed is more important than the mass, but mass can really have an effect on the object's kinetic energy. Even though mass can have that large effect, really what we learned when we were talking about the different weights and speeds on previous lessons is that speed has the most effect. Mass and speed and speed. Here's the changes in electric and kinetic energy and potential energy using a roller.
Alert from Google Chrome.
Using our roller coaster. So if the ball is sitting on a table, it has potential energy. If it's in the middle of falling off the table, it's in the middle of kinetic energy. If it hits the floor, that's when they both combine, right? Right in that moment, that's where they both combine. So sitting on the table, potential energy. But when you fall off the table, they're saying, remember that it just started moving. So that's the tricky part because it's both kinetic and gravitational potential energy. That's really tricky. And then the ball, right as it hits the floor, it's still in movement, so that's kinetic energy. Okay, so that's going to be the last for lesson 2. Because making your own study guide, we would do individually, have different pieces. If your teacher assigns that, we'll create a new video for lesson 3.